Bucket Trash here. Got one more Transformers review I want to film for the week. I mentioned this guy in the Thrust review. Not Thrust. Drift review. But I wanted to go ahead and show him off. This is the Generations War for Cybertron Optimus Prime. And let me just say, this guy is very cool. I've got War for Cybertron. I loaned to a friend the day after I got it, and I still haven't seen it back yet. I need to meet up with him because I haven't seen the Optimus Prime in it enough to know if this is screen accurate or not. I do know it is pretty cool though. It would have been nice for him to have been larger, Voyager, leader, but really, except for his small stature, there is very little that I can fault this for. And let me see if I've got something size comparison. Yeah. Here he is next to the guy I just went over, and the bottom of their feet are level right now. About the same size. This guy looks like he's got a little bit more bulk because of the huge shoulders and everything. This guy's got a bigger backpack. You know, standard Prime. Not much you can say about the looks. I do like it though. It's very big in the chest, very powerful looking. One thing that's different is the face. This is probably one of the more eviler looking Primes you've had in a while, and I like it. Go ahead, start the articulation. The hips can't swing too far forward because of these things right here. He does have a double jointed knee for the transformation, and he can go back and kick himself in the butt. The feet are on a ball joint, so they've got quite a bit of wiggle room. You can have him ranged out pretty well and still be standing flat-footed. Take away his... I just want to show you this before I take the gun and set it aside. The gun has an automorph thing. You just take this right here, push it to the side, and the gun flips out. Has only one elbow joint. Can go a full 90 degrees. The wrists are articulated, but they can only move that far before they hit that guard. The head got a little bit of up and down, side to side. I don't know if he'll go 360 because I don't want to break his neck. I've never understood the... I'm always checking for 360. But anyway, that's about all the serious articulation. You know, of course, you got the shoulder joints. The bad thing is the shoulder joints, there's a transformation joint right up in here that interferes with some posability. It's looser than the actual shoulder joint. That and the chest right here, the peg's in, has got brawl shoulder syndrome, got a rectangular peg, and it doesn't fit very well. Let's zoom back out a little bit for the transformation so I can try and stay in frame a little bit better. Okay. First thing you're going to do is, what I do is just pull the backpack out of the way a little bit, and let me see if I can get this on camera. In the middle of his... Oh, this is not going to show up right there. Well, let's skip ahead a little bit. The side skirts right here are going to flip out to where it forms a straight line with the bumper. Pull that out and just rotate his chest like that to where his chest is upside down. Next, we're going to take and rotate. There's two rotator joints in the torso. The upper one, this right here hangs off of, just go ahead and rotate everything like that, to where that panel's not on the front. But I did all that to show you all this. In his back, right there, there's actually an Autobot face molded in to his back. And it's not exactly the Autobot face, actually. It's more rounded. Like, instead of having the diamond in the forehead and then the, like, the crown, it's rounded off. It's strange. But I saw that and I was like, well, that's weird. But anyway, moving on. Now that we've got this rotated, we're going to take and hold this stationary and rotate the joint underneath that to where the legs are right back where they started. Next thing you're going to do is take and fold the fists away. That transformation joint I mentioned earlier, go ahead and fold that down and rotate. There's the shoulder pads right here, which also get in the way in robot mode, but not as bad. Pretty much everything's going to have to get folded like this right here. The shoulder pad, like I said, is going to come up, rotate, and then fold down. Now that you've got that down, you can take these wheels on his back and rotate that to the front. It's not all going to seat perfectly in because there's still some fiddling to do back here, but it should get pretty close. These right here, you have to take and rotate this part to where, yes, there's this on the back of one of the wrists, the elbows. Basically, you need to be able to get the wrists, the elbows, to fold down to where this line right here matches up with that line right there. And let me just get this off camera for a second so I can do this, because it's, for a deluxe, this guy has a heck of a transformation. I like it a lot. If they would have given this transformation to a Voyager, it would have felt just right. That they crammed this much stuff into a deluxe is impressive, to me at least. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and these, with the pipes on the side, go ahead and flip that down like that. Now take the wheels and flip them around to where they're in front of his leg. Or no, excuse me, to where they're, yeah, in front of it. Must have had one of them wrong. Or I'm losing my mind. So you're going to end up with them like that. Bend the knees. And then in the back of the leg you've got these silver panels. You're just going to take and shove the whole leg back to where the knee ends up in the middle of the calf. Like that. Once you get to that point, you're going to take and the feet, like I said, they're on a double ball joint. You have to make sure they're as far to the front as possible. Otherwise, they get in the way whenever you go to put everything together in his robot mode. Okay. Now, before you can clip all this together, the exhaust pipes right there that were on the side of his legs need to come up and pivot around like that. That is going to expose this little peg that needs to go into the hole on his forearms. And really, what I find is best is to have the forearms a little bit off like that. Peg them together with the legs first, with that square rectangular peg, which actually works. Peg all that together. Get the legs lined up nicely. Peg them together. And then once you've got all that together, then everything hinges together and clips nicely. Well, I've found if I try and have the arms up and then go in, it's a lot more of a fight. So I just do like that. The head, I should have done this earlier. The head is going to take and lay back on this panel like that. Last things, finishing up right now. You're going to take these panels, bring them back, and snap them into place right there. Snap that into place right here. And really, the panels on this guy really do fold up together very nicely. The thing that was on his back is going to come back over itself like this. This piece is going to fold over the top. The parts that were the shoulder pads are going to peg into the bumper. And the last thing is just taking and nesting this down. And that is the War for Cybertron Optimus Prime in his vehicle mode. All 4 tires rolled pretty nicely. Oh, I forgot to show you that this can actually stow on his back in robot mode. Oh well, I'm sure y'all, this is not y'all's first rodeo watching a review on this guy. Now, you can either have the cannon extended like that, which looks alright in vehicle mode, or you can take and transform it back into the storage mode, and it's a little bit stockier. This right here, for some reason, I just picture this right here painted green, like the camera on the guns of the Gundams. I don't know why, but and then if you take and you bump this again, you end up with a tail gun. This guy right here, I said in the Drift review that Drift was my favorite of the line so far, but this guy's a Prime, so I don't know. Very, very good transformation. Like I said, it's a little bit of a letdown that it wasn't at least a Voyager, but still, I can't fault this guy because it is a very ambitious figure, and unlike a lot of ambitious deluxes, this one they actually pulled off, and it is nice. It's not like the Galvatron from Universe, which was a steaming pile, which if everything would have worked right on him, he would have been a great figure. But there was too much falling apart-iness to him. This guy is fantastic. If you only pick up one figure from the new line, right now I'm figuring this should be it. Bear in mind, they have some very good stuff coming up shortly. That blue tank thing looks very nice. And I'm trying to remember what else. But Generations is looking like it's going to be a very good line. So, y'all have a good day. And I'll see y'all next week.